Hey guys, Dan here, hope you're doing well. So on today's video, I wanted to discuss with you one of the biggest reservations that people have before they decide to work with us or not work with us, and that is price. Okay, so look, we are really good at business. I've been doing business for 25 years plus. I've been in the publishing space for 12 years plus. I have a history of getting other people as well as my own results. I'm very good at what I do. Um, and one of the things that we do is we ask a lot of questions of people. We want to try to understand your mindset, what holds you back, because believe it or not, a huge part of becoming a coach is not necessarily teaching people a strategy and supporting them through that strategy, through the implementation phase. It's actually attempting to get people out of their own way, right? Because the biggest obstacle you think you have, is price point. But actually, the biggest obstacle that you do have is you, right? And I know this because I'm speaking from experience. I was my biggest obstacle once. And you know what? Sometimes I still am. Even with all of the years experience that I have, sometimes I get in my own way, right? Sometimes I think I know better than other people. When they tell me things that I should be implementing in my business, I've been doing this longer, blah, 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 right? And I suffer for it. So I just wanted to really make this video and talk to you guys about what you think is the biggest thing that's in your way, the most massive obstacle. And I know this because we ask questions of you guys. Like I said, we have surveys and things out there, and a whopping 96% of you guys listening to this video said the reason why you haven't worked with us or in any other coaching program that teaches a business model is price, right? And look, a massive percentage of people who said that could actually come up with the funds to create this business. Some of you guys just can't, and I get that, right? I was once homeless too, and I just didn't have the money, and I needed to bide my time and implement other different things and go through different phases in my life until I did have the money to get the help that I needed. So if you're one of those people, then of course, they're just the obstacles that you have to accept first, then approach with a plan and overcome. But if you're somebody who does have the ability, but you're just wary, right? You're just like, I just don't know about this opportunity, all of the common objections. This opportunity could be fake. Am I going to get scammed? Do I have the time? Am I going to be able to do this? Are they who they say they are? Are these results real? Like all of these things that go through your brain, right? They go through our brain too. They've been through my brain many times as well, right? I've paid $16,000 plus upwards to get into programs, and you know what? They've paid me back tenfold over the years, even if not immediately, right? And not immediately apparent too. Here's an example. I got into a program that I paid, it was a little over $16,000 for. I implemented a whole year of my life into it, and I made back about $3,000, right? Anyone would think that's a failure, and I did at the time. However, using that knowledge that I learnt there, I later on, years later, after obtaining other knowledge from other sources and places, implemented it all together and made $1 million, right? So was it really a lost investment? At the time, yeah, I thought so. That's little thinking. And we all have that in our brains when we don't, before we, hit the big times, so to speak, right? So in saying all that, let's talk about price. And specifically, let me tell you a story. And this is a story that I actually went through. I won't name the program or the creator, but I'll tell you it's in the commission space, right? So what you do, what they were teaching essentially, this was way back when, and these guys are still actually in operation today, but this is way back when I had no money. I saw a program and it looked good because, when you have no money, you want to get into a passive income stream because you don't want to get stuck, get into a program where you're stuck having to implement, fork out a whole bunch more money that you didn't have to begin with to make more money back. And look, that's the reality of business for the most part, right? It's something that you can't really fault creators for because in business traditionally and massively on the internet too, there's running costs, there's operational costs. I know damn sure this coaching business I run is upwards of $30,000 a month US, right? So there's operational costs that come with running a business. Not all businesses, but the vast majority of them. So anyway, here I am. I'm very broke. I had just started actually running a custom print t-shirt company from my garage, right? And I had $1,000, I think, in the bank. That was it. So still had all my children, I had all my bills, I had all the rent to pay, I had all of that stuff that you guys have, all the burdens that you guys have. $1,000 in the bank, no job, and I just have this custom t-shirt machine that I'm learning to use and trying to build a website for to bring in customers. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I need to make money now, you know. I need to make money now. And I had that mindset of now, quick turnover, fill my pockets, me, poor me, my family, all of that, right? Which is actually the wrong mindset to have in business, but I understand why you have it. I had it, all right? The right mindset is, how can I be comfortable enough now that I can, like, financially comfortable enough right now that I can implement this business for at least 12 months and not expect a single return, so I can serve my market properly and therefore earn long-term income. That's the proper mindset to have. But I get why you guys are in the instant reward mindset, especially in today's day and age with the internet and all of the promises you guys get, right? But getting back to the story, I came across this creator, this course creator on the internet, and they were in the affiliate marketing space. And I thought, well, this is great. This is the passive income I'm looking for, because I don't need to have a product. I don't need to fulfill on the product. Someone else does that. All I need to do is sell it for them and I make income. And the more I sell, the more I make. And some of these programs that, like, where you can sell it, they're on subscription basis. So you make a passive income and recurring income. That's fantastic. It sounds so good, right? Like most of these programs do. It's not. Let me tell you. So I spent my last $1,000 and I bought the program. And within about a week of taking all the training, I really quickly realized that it's a lot of work, like every business is, guys, including the one I teach. So I realized that it's a lot of work. Okay, I can deal with that. However, it wanted me to run Facebook ads. And if you guys have ever run Facebook ads, you know Facebook ads do one or two things. They make you rich or they make you broke. And mostly they make you broke, especially when you're doing it in the beginning and you have very little money. Because you need at least $10,000 a month to truly run Facebook ads effectively. And that's on the lower end of things, right? That's just the reality of it. People will tell you, agencies and that when you're trying to when they want you to hire them, yeah, $3,000 a month is fine. It's not. You're not going to make any impact on your market with $3,000 a month on Facebook ads. However, I've realized, okay, I need to run Facebook ads. I don't have any money. How am I going to do that? Right? They didn't tell me that to begin with in this program. I spent my last $1,000 on this and I can't pay rent next week. I need an instant return. Was I going to give up? Absolutely not, right? So what I did was I just ignored that program for a little bit, knowing it's there, and I need to come back to it. And I focused on the custom t-shirt printing stuff because I had the printer there. And what I did was I actually went straight out to the markets and I walked around to all the t-shirt stores, like the clothes stores at the markets, and I gave them my card and said, I can print your t-shirts for you. And I got one single customer. I did that for about a week and a half. And I went to every single market all around my area and further. And I finally got one single customer. And you only make something like $2 a t-shirt. And it takes like 20 minutes to print a t-shirt, and like it's rubbish money. But I went to work day and night printing t-shirts in my garage, messing them up, losing a ton of money, trying to deal with suppliers and all of this stuff. And I mean losing a ton of money because I was messing up t-shirts. I just was learning this thing, right? So anyway, long story short, I ended up making about $7,000 over time in the bank with that. I took that $7,000 and I found affiliate offers that I wanted to run ads against on ClickBank. If you don't know what ClickBank is, Google it. I honestly, wouldn't recommend this sort of business to anybody if you're starting out in a business. You want to go into something like this with about 50 grand in the bank, right? To be honest, right? But you get really starstruck by all the $1,000 a day. You get $1,000 a day. You can make $1,000 a day, like a day. How crazy does that sound? Yeah, but you spent $999 on ads that day. Sure, you had $1,000 day in revenue. Come on, guys, you got to be smarter than that when it comes to choosing which program you're going to invest with and which business model you're going to put your money into, right? So what I did was I took that $7,000 and I put it into Facebook ads, and guess what happened? I lost it all. Why did I lose it all? Because I'd never run Facebook ads before. I'm not a Facebook ad guru. And honestly, to really succeed with Facebook ads, you do got to be a guru. No matter what anyone else out there tells you, these programs that teach you Facebook ads, you're going to need tens of thousands of dollars to play with before you can get good enough to get your a positive return on investment, or ROAS as they call it, return on ad spend in Facebook ads. It's just the reality of it. Like, there's some savant level people out there that could jump into it with a whole bunch of prior experience in losing money elsewhere, likely, and start winning at Facebook ads. But the reality for most of us, like us normies, right, is Facebook ads will send us broke if we're running them ourselves, and even when other people are running them for you, depending on your offer and whatnot. So anyway, I lost the 7 grand, and that was my experience with this commission-based program that's still running today. Now, let me tell you why, when you're considering price point, you shouldn't look at every opportunity the same way. Because not every business is run the same way, right? I'm the only one that I know of out there on the internet telling people my business model cost $0 to implement. No joke. No Facebook ads, no internet marketing, no leveraging email lists or spending money to try to build email lists, no leveraging social media, none of that. It's purely organic sales that we make, which is true passive income. I don't know of any other business model in the entire world that can do that, that can claim that. Not even other people in the publishing space. Like, you look at low and no content, people think that's a passive income stream. It's not. Low and no content is so flooded that you literally need to run ads the moment your book is live to get any sort of traction that can possibly, potentially, down the line become a source of passive income if you get enough traction and ranking through running ads first and spending money in your business, right? With public domain publishing, we don't need to get that initial traction because, one, we don't have the massive competition that low and no content sellers have, and two, our books have hundreds of years of proven sales behind them. They're classics. They're very well known by the market, and the market knows exactly what they're looking for. If we present them with something they like in front of them, they buy it. It's just the most simplest business model in the world, right? So what I'm saying is, you might be looking at other opportunities, low and no content creators who have created a program, ghostwriting guys who have created a program. Again, ghostwriting, you're an unknown author, you have to pay a ghostwriter. Sure, you've got AI and things today, but they can't write a whole book. You at least need a proofreader and an editor, right? So there's some programs out there that can write whole books today, but they're usually like in crappy genres that are also, again, flooded because it's easy for people to get into those genres, right? Excuse me. So you have the problem of entering a flooded market that you have no pull-in at all. Again, with ghostwriting, you have to actually run ads to let the market know that you're actually out there. Hello, here I am, and I'm worthwhile listening to, but why? Why? I don't know who you are. I don't know your style of writing. Not like I know Moby Dick or Peter Pan, right? So it's the same thing with Amazon FBA or fulfillment by Amazon. You might be looking at programs like that, and it's crazy. I find it crazy. I know guys who run coaching in the FBA space, and they charge $10,000 for you to just get into their program, just to get access to their knowledge with like one coaching call a week, group coaching call where there's 500 people on it, right? And they don't tell you up front, like FBA sounds fantastic, right? But they don't tell you up front all of the costs involved. You need to buy product, you need to source product, you need to source factory. You need to, in most cases, actually hire people in those countries where the factories are to make sure that the product is of the right quality, right? Then you've got to import it. You've got shipping fees, importation costs, tax. And then after all that, you finally get it into the countries where it's housed in Amazon warehouses, where they charge a fee to hold it after a certain amount of time, right? And then you've actually got to market it and go up against everyone else who's doing this. Ad spend, more dollars. So you're looking at minimum 10,000 to 20,000 after the 10 grand you pay them. Not every business is built equal. This is the point that I'm trying to get across to you guys, that when you talk to us in our program and we tell you what our price is based on the needs, because we tailor your needs to our business, right? We do daily coaching and it's one-to-one. It's not even group one coaching call a week. So we need to hear first from you what you need from us before we can actually tell you what we'll charge you to teach you our business model and then support you through the implementation of that business model through daily coaching. So when you get to that point with us and we tell you, you've got to understand that you're only paying that price one time in your life. There is no ongoing cost to implementing your business. Not like the commission business that I got into where I had to run Facebook ads and I lost all the $7,000 that they didn't tell me about after I bought in. And those guys are still going today, guys. And I'm still in their program. And what they've done is actually quite disgusting. They now have like 4 or 5 tiers on the inside and you only get basic knowledge on the first tier. And you lose all your money on Facebook ads. And I see people in there screaming all the time. They're dying in there. They're losing everything, their whole livelihoods. And then they think, right, I've got to just up my game a little bit and get into the second tier, but they don't realize there's 2 more tiers above that. And it's really sad, right? You've got to realize when we tell you our price point and we tailor your needs to our coaching, that you're only ever going to pay that once. These are not equal exchanges of value when you're thinking about these other programs and opportunities out there, because our business model truly costs nothing to run forever and ever and ever. It's truly passive. We teach you how to do everything in-house yourself, right? Of course you can outsource mundane tasks if you like. That's up to you. But we don't, because the tasks are so simple. They're repetitive and they take time like any business, and it's difficult and you're going to hit roadblocks. I'm not going to lie to you, and you're going to struggle, but that's why we support you daily, right? However, you can do it all in-house. You can create your covers. No, you don't need to be a graphic designer to do this. It's simple. It's so simple. You can create your manuscripts, like 800-page word manuscripts with our semi-auto formatting templates in minutes, right? You can do your metadata research and publish your books all in-house. There's no need to spend any other money on this business model past the point of paying for my program, okay? So our prices aren't ridiculous. They're not crazy up there with the fairies, because I just don't operate that way. I can't charge you $10,000 to learn my knowledge. I probably could, and it honestly would be worth it. But I'm not going to do that. So our price points are very, very fair, considering the fact you don't need to pay a single cent past that point. There's no implementation costs like there is with that commission business, like there is with Amazon FBA, like there is with low or no content publishing, like there is with ghostwriting. And there's another program out there, guys, and again, I'm not going to mention the name of it out of respect to the creator, but this person is also teaching what they call a single module on public domain. But their main focus is on ghostwriting, right? Where you pay the ghostwriter to write the book, and then you pay an editor to edit the book, and then you pay a proofreader to read the book. Sure, you can do some of these things with AI right now, but not all of them, right? There's still a cost that's incurred there. And then you need to launch the book into the market, and then you need to run ads on the book and all of that stuff, and it works. But you need a lot of money to make it work, is the point, right? Past the point of paying for her program, you need money to make it work. So they have a module in there that says, hey, look, don't worry if you don't have money. I'll teach you how to do public domain publishing, and you can make money from that, and then you can use it to do your ghostwriting. let me tell you right now, as a man who's been doing public domain publishing for 12 years, you can't learn it in a module. And even if you could, it would, that the level of education and support on the public domain that's required for you to actually succeed in this model and any model of business is phenomenally massive. You're not going to learn it in one module, even if it was 15 lessons. You're not going to be able to, and even if you could learn it to a point that you could actually publish a public domain book and implement it, you don't know the strategies that we have, that we've developed over 12 years, and neither does she, right? In order for you to actually succeed and make sales. So again, it's all like a big farce. And to be quite frank, I'm sick to death of it because it makes my job so difficult when I have something that's really real here, that is fairly priced into the market, because we understand that the market dictates the pricing. We are very fairly priced, considering all things considered, that there's no more to pay, right? And then there's all of these other things out there that are really like taking people's attention away from something we have that's real and making them second guess whether they want to work with us and really change their lives for the better. With a good, 12 months of implementation of this business, you could literally change your life forever. And I understand as well, guys, you think 12 months? Oh my God. Look, it's the reality. Any of these other businesses are probably going to take you a hell of a lot longer with a hell of a lot more money that you need to implement, right? It's the reality. Business isn't easy. It's going to take time and consistent commitment. Will you make money before 12 months? Of course. But to really build a huge, solid business that's going to consistently pay you in passive income in the form of royalties for the remainder of your natural life, and quite frankly, your children's lives as well, give it 12 months. Come on, guys, give it 12 months of real commitment. And, how can you not? You're going to give 65 years of real commitment to a job that would just dump you one day, and it didn't even pay you. It's not going to pay you anymore. You're living off your own superannuation payments or 401k if you're in America, or whatever it is in Canada and New Zealand and all of that stuff. That's the real scam. Work hard for 12 months. Don't get sidetracked by quick promises of glitz and glitter and $1,000 days when you spend $999 to make it, right? Don't get sidetracked by promises of FBA glory for $10,000. Don't get sidetracked by promises of passive income, through doing low and no content publishing, just to realize that it's so flooded you have to run ads the moment your book is launched and spend money. Don't get sidetracked by the glitz and glamour of ghostwriting and all of these people living a laptop lifestyle in Thailand and Indonesia. This is real. This is reality. This is your life. Make the right decisions. Understand the value of the prospect that's in front of you. I think I've explained that quite clearly. And you can see I'm very animated in this video because it's frustrating. It's so frustrating, guys. And it takes a toll on me. It really does. Having to constantly defend our place in this landscape of business and coaching against all of this other nonsense out there. Being in business as long as I've been in, I know what's real. I know what's fake. I know what we offer. I know the value of it, but you don't. And that's why I hope this video has been able to portray that to you. All right, guys, I'm going to end it there. And if you want to get on a call and talk to me or my team, do that today, okay? Do that today. Don't wait any longer. You're going to get no nonsense, real conversation. We're going to truly try to dig down to see what you need tailored to you to help you actually succeed in the model that we teach. And we're only going to work with you if we think we can truly do that, right? I'm not money hungry. I hate this sort of terminology, but I'm not like the other guys. I've got a business to run. I've got staff to pay, $30,000 plus monthly expenses in my coaching business. I have to charge an appropriate fee for what we offer, but I don't need your money personally, okay? That's what sets me apart from a lot of other people. they're out there and they make these big wild claims and accusations that they've made this and that and the other with screenshots, right? I've got videos out there where I just log into my accounts and show you what I've made. Go and look. It's all out there. I've got nothing to hide, and we truly will try to help you to the best of our ability. So click that link wherever it is around this video, book that call. Hopefully you had the gumption to watch this video to the end, and you do take the next steps, and we'll talk to you and we'll see how we can help. All right, guys, you all have a great day, and I only want the best for you, truly. You have a great day.